Primary Care is a full-service men's practice specializing in healthcare issues. Call today for an appointment.
Needing a treat before or after the big game? Then
Back here as we continue to visit with coaches and players, we're going to be joined by one of the Mission Eagle coaches, and that's Coach Longoria. And thanks for joining me here for the show. All right, let's recap first last year. All right, I'm talking about a Mission team that knocked off Mission Veterans, all right, which went to the 4th round, knocked off PSJA, which ended up winning their district, went in a game that they would love to get back to Memorial again. They were up on McCallum Memorial big and lost that football game. And then lost 31-28 in a playoff game, which again, you look at it and circle that you could have won. So, all that as a group, how has that helped motivate this team getting ready for this year?
Well, it's a great motivating factor for our kids, especially we're that close. And, in those games, it came down to making, little mental mistakes, turnovers, which it turned, the tide of the game, 3 points one game and 5 points the other. And could have gone the other way real easy, but, we hold on to the ball. We'll be talking a different record right now, but that was our basis of our all season. Mental mistakes, being a bit more mentally strong, and I think we brought it across the spring and this summer, and hopefully our kids to step it up, and we start our fall campaign, and that'll be something we look forward to.
Have the Mission Eagles now gone beyond the point of learning a new system with Coach? He's been here now a year or two. Have we gone past that? It's no longer kids learning his system.
Definitely. We're at a step now that our defense is established, our offense is established, special teams are all established, where with our basic fundamental formations and things like that. Now we'll be able to open up the playbook a bit more, and our kids, whatever position they're in, that's second nature to them now. It's not much more teaching the basic fundamental defense and offense. Now it's expanding on those things.
Talk about how many players are coming back that you're excited as a coach to see. Man, I'm glad this guy's back.
Oh, we got a lot. We were young last year. We had great senior leadership last year. I think that's carrying over this year. And we have, to be honest, I don't know how many kids, because we go both ways. And I think last year in the playoff game, I think 9 of our kids started both ways. And it's a testament towards them that we want to put the best product out there, and our kids are did a great job of preparing for that, and not just as starters, but they spot played. And that's one thing we've established there, that if you can play offense, you can play some defense, and help us out as much as you can. And our kids are, take that with open arms. So when a player is conditioning. Mm-hmm. If they look around and say, I may go both ways, I may take every snap, how different is the approach from you guys as coaches to have them ready to do that? Well, I think it's the preparations throughout the season, kind of easing them into during our games, so they won't, we want them to last all year long, and we keep them healthy. And early on it's more like spot playing, but in practice, when they take their snaps on defense or offense, they understand that when you're in, that's full speed, snap there, so that when it comes to the game, that becomes second nature to them.
Which is the bigger motivator, that game 1, your only non-district game, is against a Mission Veterans, which is a cross-time rivalry, definitely, or that game 1 is against the team that made it to the round 4, the furthest in the playoffs? Which is the bigger motivator when this game takes off for your season to start?
Well, I think that, like anything else, it's the first game of the year. I don't think it matters who the opponent is. You want to start off on a good note, and our goal is get that first win that win for that week, and then move on to the next one. And yes, the outside, the community would love to see big deal, but we try to say, hey, every week is a new game, and we win this one, great, and let's go. And we got to be prepared for those guys.
Do you guys as coaches find yourself having to trim back some of that eagerness?
Definitely, and personally, I have a brother of mine that coaches on the other side of the ball, the vet, so. We the same thing with them, with us. We're like, okay, we're playing vets, but it's not making it that much more bigger than what it is. It's a football game. It's Friday night, and after that game's over, prepare for them, and we get ready for the next game. Pre-game meal together, much different than the post-game meal. Definitely.
but again, there's some bragging rights there. There's some fun to it as well.
There is. We've been playing against each other for a long time now, so it's been a family tradition for at least 15 years now. So.
Well, let's break down your district because we talked about even off camera the year of the quarterback. We talk about it so often, but this year just may be the year of the quarterback. Let's talk about your district in general.
Our district, I was speaking to other coaches in our district earlier, and there's no off week, and you got to prepare every week, and every game is going to be an important game, and every team is going to be a tough team. Each team has a different. Like I said, you got your La Joyas that run downhill at you. You got your PSJs that spread you out. You got PSA North that come downhill at you as well. And all those teams are getting better every year. And same thing with us. We're getting better, and we're going to prepare and be able to handle those weeks game in, game out in our district.
Can you tell a difference that your district is all coming now together at a higher level in helping prepare for playoffs? When you only have that one non-district game, you now have the ability that, at least everyone in our district is challenging us.
Definitely. We took United High School to the wire, 3 points. They were district champs, and I think playing our tough district prepared us for that last year. And I think going through that this year, if you noticed our records in our district, I think we were 8-2, and we were 4th place team. So when you compare it like that, it prepares us to the next level. And I think our kids seeing that week in, week out, they got to understand that every week you got to bring it, and if not, we're going to find ourselves outside of the playoffs.
Final question. I want to let you brag about this. Talk about the numbers, the turnout for your summer program.
Our kids, we had a great summer program condition, and it's a testament to the kids. They work hard. They want to be there. We average about anywhere from 80 to 100 kids every day there. And that goes to show that they want to get better, they want to prepare, and they have their goals. We lay it out for them, but at the end, they're the ones that play the game, they're the ones that go through the grind, and we're just there to facilitate that for them. And I think where their hard work, we're expecting great things for them, this year, and it's, like I said, a testament to them and their hard work.
One of the coaches of the Mission Eagles, Coach Longoria.
Yes,
Thanks for the visit.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back with players after this.
Been at the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli and treat yourself to some amazing things. Ice creams, shakes, sundaes, banana splits, and that's just a sample. If you can dream it, they can make it at the Scoop in Harlingen. From the deli comes a variety of sandwiches that is sure to bring you back for more. Hamburgers and hot dogs served every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 to 7, Sundays from 12 to 6 on F Street in Harlingen. It's the Scoop Ice Cream Parlor and Deli.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
We continue to visit with players and coaches, and now we're going to visit with one of the Mission Eagles, Fabian Ahumala, defensive lineman, senior, getting ready for your final year, and thanks for joining me for the show.
Thank you for having me.
And let's talk some football. What have you guys been doing during the summer months?
We just every single day, day in, day out, Monday through Friday, whenever we get the chance, we always go in the mornings to go work out. Our goal has been day in, day out, every single day, show up to grind, get better as a whole team, and our bond's been it's been getting really strong as a family.
When you look back at last year's season, what do you look at most? The fact that we beat Mission Veterans,
Yes,
or we beat PSJA,
Yes,
or we lost to McCallum Memorial, or we lost to United. What do you guys look at more as a team when you look back at last year?
We don't really focus on that. What we were focusing on was that each and every year that now that we have Coach Demery as our new coach and everything, we just focus on taking a bigger step every single year. So our first year we went 3-7, and then the next year we went 4-6. Now this past season we went 8-2. We just want to keep that improvement going. So this year we're looking to take another step to the next level.
So what has the team done during the summer months that you say is different, getting ready to exceed 8-2?
I don't know if I should say it to everyone.
Okay, well, you've been doing a lot though.
Yes, sir. All of us.
It starts with numbers. I mean, Coach talked about between 80 and 100 guys. How different is that when you look around as a senior and you see that many guys excited to play football?
It makes me feel good about it, because it's just knowing that in case one of our first guys go down, we have a heart the second stringers, and even further down the depth chart is you can depend on them because they're hard workers and they're talented just as our first stringers and everything. Like, it's good to be able to trust them.
I talk to seniors when programs are on the upswing like this, and sometimes they look over their shoulders because when you've got 6 guys competing for your position, you find yourself looking over your shoulder, or do you find yourself taking the challenge that I'm going to make myself better because of this?
Definitely taking a challenge. You can't ever turn your back on a challenge. Like, if it's something that gets you better, then why not take it? You get me?
At the same time, do you as seniors look around and take the responsibility? And how do you view these younger players, and how do you feel you can help them?
Yeah, we talk to them just like we talk to anybody else on the team. We don't think we're better than nobody. Everybody's the same. We treat each other. We just coach each other to get better. Yeah.
Last year's loss in the playoffs, I know that's not the way you wanted to go out. How excited is this team to get back on the football field?
Oh, we're incredibly eager to get back on the football field. We're all hungry for it.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good visit. Fabian Ahumala. We'll be back with more after this.
We are this close.
We're this close.
We are this close. Of wanting to
making history. This close to changing the world.
We're this close.
This close. This close to making sure no child suffers a crippling disease
Ever again.
this close.
We are this close to ending polio.
Ending polio. All we need is you.
This close.
If we don't act now, we may lose this chance forever. Help Rotary make history at endpolionow.org.